So today we are going to start with article writing. As I told you in my last class when we were doing debate writing, that all your writing skills are very important, and you have article writing, debate writing, speech writing, report writing. So all this falls under the category of argumentative writing, discursive writing, reflective writing, or descriptive writing. Okay. So all these are very important. They will either ask you for 6 marks or 10 marks. They'll give you the word limit. Stick to the word limit. So today we are going to start with article writing. See, article writing is something which you have been doing even in your 10th grade. Okay. So you might be asking what is new, but there are certain things which you have to keep in mind when you do article writing. Okay. Now what is article writing? Writing an article is an art. The dictionary, if you look at the dictionary defines article as a piece of writing about a particular subject in a newspaper or magazine. You could write an article writing in a newspaper or a magazine. It is an expression of one's thought on an issue or a subject, logically presented and written in meaningful paragraphs. So you need to write it in a logical way and in a very meaningful way. Okay. So there are certain points of view, or there are certain points to remember when you write article writing. So your title should be something that catches the attention of the reader. See, the moment you write something, we just see the title first. The first thing which catches the attention of a teacher or anyone when someone is going to check your article writing is your title, how interesting the title is. Okay, as you have seen in your prose, in your poems, the title is very important, right? If I tell you I sell my dreams, you can at least gauge that there is someone in the story that's going to sell the dreams, right? The poems also, the title tells a lot about the subject. Okay, so that title is very important. So you will begin with a striking opening sentence which addresses the readers and gets them interested in the topic. Your introduction is very important as it sets the tone and expectation on the part of the person who is checking your article writing. Okay, you could begin with a strong argument for your ideas, supporting it with evidences or elaboration. Same as debate writing, any piece of writing, you need to support whatever you're saying with evidences. You need to elaborate on your ideas. Okay. So the best way to connect your ideas, the best way to write logically your article writing is by using linking devices. Now, what do I mean by linking devices? Linking devices are words, which connects. Okay, however, therefore, although, even though, in order to make the composition appear a whole. Suppose I have to give ideas one after the other. So if I say, firstly, I would do this. Then again, to connect it in the second paragraph, I say, secondly. So these are also connectives. It gives the flow of ideas. Okay. The other points which we need to take in consideration are introduce a new point at the beginning of each paragraph that follows to strengthen your idea. So you are introducing each and every new point in every paragraph, right? It cannot be same and monotonous. Okay. It cannot be mundane at the same time. Then you need to develop your ideas and make it interesting and substantial by giving evidences, facts, figures, statistics. Then when you conclude your article writing, you need to conclude with your strongest point. You could use passive voice, okay, humor, emotive language, rhetorical questions to provide a specific effect. As we discuss in debate writing that, instead of saying just, we could have a question to say the same. That gives a good effect to the readers, okay. So you could even try that in article writing where when I say you need to use passive voice, humor, emotive language, rhetorical questions to provide a specific effect. Rhetorical questions always give a particular effect to the reader who is reading your article writing. So please keep these points in mind when you write article writing. If you don't write in this way, you'll not get good marks. See, writing an article is easy. We have been doing it. But how do we get good marks? How do we score 5.5 out of 6? It's not an easy task. The examiner will go through your words. If a particular question is given to you, a particular word is expected out of you. A particular vocabulary is expected out of you. If I ask you to write about COVID-19, which is going on these days, right? Certain things will be expected out of you. You cannot just go on saying that it's very bad, whatever is happening is very bad. You need to know how to organize your ideas and put your ideas in a logical and sequential manner so that it gives clarity. Okay. So now we discuss how to write articles step by step. Okay. The first, as we already discussed, is your eye-catching title. This is the most important part of your article. Give your article a title that catches the attention of the reader. If you choose a topic burning, it should be relevant to them. What I exactly mean by topic burning is, If your article's title is very attractive, it will force the reader to read your article. It will convince the reader, persuade the reader to read your article. So how do we begin our article writing? Beginning. You will begin your article with a quotation or popular poetic line that supports your topic most relevantly. Let the readers be satisfied that you are going to write something new and relevant. Who wants to see the same thing again and again, right? So you could begin your article writing with a quotation if you remember. Suppose there are few topics which are always asked in examination. So what you can do is that you can prepare on those topics a few quotations. And if you remember one, you could give that quotation and begin writing your answer. Suppose if someone is asking you about experience makes person a better person. Okay, experience makes a person a better person, right? So you could say that if you have to write article on this particular topic, your quotation could be experience is the best teacher of life, right? Something like that. Okay, so you need to give the reader something new and relevant. Otherwise, who would be interested in seeing your article? Now next is content. How should you go about writing the content? A vast ground for your creativity comprises giving the reasons, effects, the present state of affairs. This part includes all this. So in your content, you'll tell us, you'll give us the reasons. If something is given in the topic, what is the reason for this? Why is that thing happening? What is the cause? And as a result of it, what is the effect? And this particular topic which is given to you, what is the condition of that in the present state of affairs? Okay. Few things which you need to keep in mind are about your facts and statistics. What are the things you could really include as evidences in your article writing? It could be statistics, facts, figures. You could also give quotes by well-known people if you know one and you are confident about it. You could give references from media. Okay, you could give definition of the terms you're using. You could give quotes and illustrations of the subject you're writing. You could also write about helpful tools, resources, or products, references to local venues or events. It all depends on the topic, what topic you are given to write. Okay, so you need to note that good use of words, grammatical knowledge, creativity, and subject knowledge are the integral parts of article writing. Okay, the teacher will definitely see your use of words, your grammatical content. The sentence should be grammatically correct. Your ideas, how could you logically present your ideas? Okay, how can you connect your ideas? Then your conclusion, as in debate, has to conclude with the strongest point. Okay, you can use short and humorous sentences. You can leave at least one questions to provide a required effect on the reader's mind. So you can always end your article writing, or you could give a question that will make the reader think about the topic which you have written. A question is always for you to think, right? So these things are very important. Please make sure that you understand all this and take these points into consideration when you sit down to write article writing. See, writing is an art. Okay, it's I give a topic, you'll definitely write something, but how do you write, that's very important. So please make sure that you have a clear perception of the topic that you're going to write. So before you start writing, what I do generally is that I just think about the topic for a while, 2-3 minutes, and just jot down my points. Suppose I will start this introduction will be this, my this facts and figures will be this. So I just have that thing ready in my mind. I just plan my things, how to go about, and then start writing. You know, many students, they just scribble. When do you scribble? When you're not sure what you're going to write, when you don't have clear ideas, right? So first have a framework before you start writing. That will help you in all the writing tasks. Okay. So now we are going to discuss the format or the layout of article writing. Your article writing will begin with the heading or the title. You know, you write the heading and the title in the center of the page, in the middle of the page. Okay, and make sure that it fits in there. Don't extend your heading to the next line. That is not allowed. The next is your byline. Byline is that line in which you write the name of the author. Sometimes it's given in the question itself. Then you have to follow the instruction given carefully and then write the name of the author. The name of the author is immediately after the heading or the title. So now we'll discuss what are the things that will come in the article writing. So as I already told you, paragraph first, it will be your introduction. It differs from person to person. You don't need salutation in article writing because you're not addressing anyone, okay? So salutation, we don't need it. We need salutation in speech writing and debate writing, okay? So para 2 is your content. Here begins the real content. Now what are the things you'll add in your content? As I discussed earlier, causes, effects, the topics causes, the topics effects, and what is the repercussion of that in the present state of affairs. That will go in your para 2. You can split your para 2 or the body of the answer into 2-3 paragraphs. That's perfectly okay. Then the last part of your answer is your conclusion. So you will draw conclusions and solutions in the end of your answer. But now there are a few things which you need to consider before you sit down to write an article writing. So how would your introduction be? I would give you a few points which will help you to work on your introduction. So introduction, a comprehensive introduction touching upon on the plus and minus of the topic. You need to touch the plus and minus of the topic, the effects, the causes of the topic. Okay. You have to establish the context. You have to put the topic in proper perspective. Just beating around the bush will not help you in any way. It's not the length, it's the quality and not the quantity that matters. Okay. You need to draw the reader's attention. Specify your topic. You can give questions. I kept on saying, I keep on saying, I told you in debate writing also, a question to think. You could give a question to the reader to think. Okay. Statistics, quotations, then you could give demerits, causes, consequences, effects, advantages, disadvantages. These are all different things that will go in your content. Okay. Then when you wind up your answer, you could give your opinion, comment, criticism, or recommendation of the topic which has been given to you. You should always conclude your answer, article writing, with a hope, an appeal, or a call for the action. So please keep these things in consideration. Okay, these are very important and should be kept in mind. If you get your article writing for 10 marks, what is the split of your marks? Just to let you know, your format, that is title and writer's name, will be of 1 mark. So if you don't write the title or writer's name, you will not get that 1 mark. So in your content will be of 4 marks, where the reader will see the way you organize your ideas, relevance of the topic, your creativity in presenting ideas. So all this will be for your 4 marks. Then in the third part is your accuracy, right? In accuracy, the teacher will check your grammatical accuracy, how correct you are grammatically, your use of words, spellings. This will be for 2.5 marks. And in the fluency, under fluency, the teacher will check your coherence and relevance of ideas and style. That is for 2.5. So if you get your article writing for 10 marks, your format is 1 mark, content is 4 marks, accuracy is 2.5 mark, fluency is 2.5 mark. What do I mean by accuracy is? Accuracy, I mean it's grammatical accuracy, use of appropriate words, or appropriate words has to be used, proper spelling, no grammatical errors, no spelling errors. And under fluency, the examiner is going to see coherence and relevance of ideas. That's another 2.5. So just to give an example about an article writing, here I have given an example. The question reads, a newspaper report on a recent terrorist attack in your locality shattered you. You decided to write an article in a local daily on terrorist attacks and the need to maintain harmony and peace in society. Write the article in 125 to 150 words. You are Madhav Meena. So this is the byline. The author's name is already given to you. So if you are a boy, you write Madhav. If you are a girl, you write Meena as your byline. So towards the harmonious society is your title or the heading, and Madhav or Meena is your byline. Okay, the name of the author, which is already mentioned in the question. So please read your question properly so that you don't miss out on your byline. If you do so, you're not going to get that 1 mark. The introduction of my article is, as the world is experiencing a systematic breakdown, the acts of terrorism are on the rise. The recent acts of terror in my locality shattered me completely and forced me to question humanity and our human society. The tenor in the main objective of these acts. The radical people who conduct these acts have the sole purpose of creating a sense of fear among the people. So this is my introduction. Now I come to the body of the answer or the content. The tragedy of our times is that we live in a world where every day we hear about this terrorist activities. From the United States to France, to Baghdad to India, every country is facing a threat from terrorism. The act of terror in Peshawar, which killed school children, see this is an example, evidence, to Mumbai, where innocent children were targeted, are all a reflection of growing violence and hatred in our society, which seems to have forgotten, and the basis of human civilization is peace and brotherhood. These terror acts becomes a success not only when they take innocent lives, but also when we lose hope in harmony and become violent like them to take revenge. The only manner in which we can show terrorists that their attempts have failed is showing them that our society is still the one defined by peace and harmony. We need to rise beyond categorizing terrorism on the basis of religious groups because it is an act against the entire humanity. We come to the conclusion of this article writing. Therefore, the only way to defeat is to find strength in the values of humanity. It is said that wars are fought not by the force of hand but by the force of mind. If there is a war that humanity is fighting against terrorism, then we need to inculcate values of togetherness and unity. We need to sow the seeds of love, peace and harmony in the minds of human beings and create a society which is defined not by our differences but by a common hope. So you have seen that we have written this article writing first with the heading, then a byline, then we had our introduction, the body of the answer, and then this conclusion. Please keep these things in mind when you write article writing. So your task for the day would be, you'll write the entire thing about article writing the way you have done of debate writing. You know, this question will remain the same. The first question is making a note out of this video and writing it down in your journal, followed by your CT and ET. But one thing I would like to tell you is that before the Google Meet, please make sure that you do your CT so that the teacher gets ample scope to discuss with you and help you to further enhance your writing skills. Okay, thank you.